Hello, Mr. Smith. I'm Dr. Melvin. I'm one of the psychiatrists from the mental health unit. Mr. Smith, I understand that you're here today because you have some concerns about John, your son's condition.
Yeah, well, basically, he's been here 3 months. I don't want to take him home because it seems like it's just wasting my time here.
Mr. Smith, I could see that you're quite, frustrated, with the fact that your son has been here for the past 3 months and nothing much has improved. I'm really sorry to hear this, but I hope, to understand a little bit more about, your concerns today because our team, shares the same perspective as you. We want your son to get better, and we do feel that, your son staying inpatient might be a better solution at the moment.
Well, I mean, your team, they're giving this new medication that kills bone marrow, kills his bone marrow.
Mr. Smith, can I just understand from you, from whereabouts you received this piece of information?
I read up on it.
Oh, you read out about the medication?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Would it be alright if I, take, some of your time to explain to you, the reasons why our team is starting your son on this medication and to actually discuss the side effect profile of this medication with you?
Yeah, yes, fine, yeah.
Right, okay, Mr. Smith, I understand that you are very concerned about the fact that your son has been inpatient for the past 3 months and not much has improved. But please allow me to share with you that over the past 3 months or so, we know that your son first came in with a lot of, with hearing voices as well as having strange thoughts, of some lizards taking over the world. So we have diagnosed him with schizophrenia and we have actually started him on some antipsychotic medication. In fact, our team has actually tried very aggressively 2 antipsychotic medication, and we have adjusted the dosage to be suitable for him. But unfortunately, your son has not shown much response to the standard antipsychotic medications that we have given to him. So I'm afraid to say that your son has a particular condition known as treatment-resistant schizophrenia, which means that in this condition, patients usually do not respond to the adequate dose of antipsychotic, which has been given for adequate period of time. So with this in mind, Mr. Smith, our team has consideration to start him on this new medication known as Clozapine.
So, this new medication, what's its side effects apart from killing his bone marrow?
Right. Mr. Smith, I could see that obviously you have read out about the medication and you're very concerned about the fact that there might be some effect on his bone marrow. But please let me share with you that this medication known as Clozapine is actually quite highly effective for patients with treatment-resistant schizophrenia, and the chances of him actually suppressing the bone marrow or affecting the bone marrow is actually a very rare chance. And our team will actually carefully monitor this because when we start the patient on medication, we have to register him with the Clozapine patient management system, and we have to actually do regular weekly what we call flu blood count test for him as well to monitor his total white blood cell count. And we only give him the medication if the total white blood cell counts are normal. But I mean, Mr. Smith, you did ask me just now that you wanted to know more about the side effects.
Yeah, so how confident are you that this is going to work after all this medication?
Right. Mr. Smith, the Clozapine is a medication that usually it has shown research studies have shown that it's quite effective for patients with treatment-resistant schizophrenia, and I'm quite hopeful that the medication will work for your son. And like I say, the fact that the medication would actually suppress the bone marrow is a very rare chance. The most common side effect for that medication usually are that of drowsiness, what we call hypersalivation, or some lowering of the blood pressure. But this we will monitor carefully if your son is staying inpatient.
Well, basically, I just want to take him home because I'm not, I just want him home because he'd be better at home.
Right, Mrs. Smith, can I just understand from you, because I understand that you are holding, you have a job.
Yeah, I've got a job. My wife's at home, his brother's at home, so I'm sure they're good enough and well enough to look after.
Okay, but Mrs. Smith, from my understanding is that you live quite far away from the hospital. Am I right?
Yeah.
Whereabouts do you live?
It's about 45 minutes from the hospital.
It's about 45 minutes from the hospital. Now I share with you, Mr. Smith, one of the consideration that we have in mind is that if we were to start John on this medication, it will require quite intensive monitoring because of the side effects as well as of the fact that he needs a regular, blood test as well. So I would, still recommend that, he stay inpatient for us to actually help him with his condition.
No, I'll be honest with you, I'd be rather just take him home. You know what I mean? I think you'd just be better at home.
Mr. Smith, I understand that you are working full time, and you mentioned that your wife and your eldest son is at home. But I need to be outright with you. I think our social worker has actually done a visitation of the home environment itself, and we understand that your eldest son do drink quite a bit. Am I right?
Yeah, but doesn't everyone drink? He's only drinking. It's not harming anyone.
Right. And we are a bit concerned. Our team is a bit concerned because if John were to return to such an environment, we are very concerned that if he were to drink and he were to take his Clozapine as well, it will have quite a nasty side effect. It might cause a fit, and that's not something we want for your son. Because like I've said, all through this session, our team is hoping for the best for your son, and right now, from what we can see, the best place would be to be in the inpatient unit for us to start him on this new medication and observe his progress. Because we know that your son John still requires quite a lot of assistance in terms of his activities of daily living, things like feeding himself, his toileting and showering himself.
No, still, I'd be happy if he was with me and my family at home.
Mr. Smith, I would really like you to reconsider this decision, because obviously, being in an environment in the ward itself might be better, and for your son at the moment.
Well, he's been here 3 months, and if anything, I want to make a complaint.
Mr. Smith, I'm very sorry about the fact that you have not actually seen much improvement in your son, and you're very upset with your service. Definitely, I'm here to address any concerns that you have, if you have any other concerns. But of course, if you have concerns about how we have managed your son, I'll be very glad to actually refer you to our hospital complaints community, and they will actually address your concerns from there on.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want to know what's happening.
Mr. Smith, but from my end, I'll give you another date to come back to see me. If you have any other concerns about trust, would that be alright with you?
Yeah, that'd make me feel a bit more comfortable.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Smith. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.